posted this video. See, I don't know what you
Bruno,
mean.
Bruno, please promise me you will not leave the club.
So there you go, man. People are doing their thing to keep him. What are you saying, man? Them like, it's not a case of whether United's selling, but it's a case of obviously whether he leaves. But Charles, I come to you like, do you think he will leave, bro? Or do you think it's one of them where we're getting too excited about the money already? Like we're getting caught up in that 100 million and you know what I mean, the fan base are getting excited. What are you saying?
Yeah, do you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of more worried about him not going than the club accepting, just because I think in a time where he's 30, I still think he's got a lot to give, especially in terms of him. He'd back himself to, obviously, he's a world class in a lot of people's eyes, or he's Bruno's Bruno, innit? Like Bruno's gonna get you numbers wherever he goes in Europe, he will still bang at this age. But for me personally, I just feel as a club, you kind of have to force him out.
Okay.
Bro, it's like we have to be realistic here. We're not in the best, because of the Europa League, we're not in the best financial situation. When people say we can't replace this guy, we are 15th, bro. Like, remember this, we are 15th. And when you're looking at replacements, I'm just looking at the thumbnail side, yeah? You got to remember, Bruno's not a 10 for Man United no more. He doesn't play. So it's like, will I sell Bruno for 100 million and go get a Wharton or Belieber? Yes, I will, because I believe that provides, they may not be better players, but they provide a better balance to what United need. United need a controlling midfielder, someone that's going to go in there and just be a steal and also provide quality. You're not getting that necessarily still from Bruno. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'd bite your hand off, bro. United as a club have to be realistic with themselves. In the situation we are in, we have a 31-year-old that doesn't fit the timeline that we are in as well. So it's just like, bro, get rid of him, get the 100 million. Thank you for what you've done. I'm not one of them Bruno haters as well, guys. You can go on my channel. I actually love Bruno, but I am not Player FC. You have to do what's best for the club. If there's 100 million there, we can reinvest, rebuild. You got to do it. Stop worrying about can we place for Bruno. We are 15th place. We did not win the Europa League. We can place him. Better players have left this club and we've been fine.
Facts. You know what? Before I go on here, did you see Scholes what he said about Bruno Fernandes? And it's crazy how Paul Scholes says it's genius. But when I said it, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, you're just a hater. But basically, this is what he said. Basically, this is what he said.
What position is Bruno Fernandes?
What do you think about? There's been talk about, like, I'm at the position now where I'm just like,
of him going,
rip the whole thing up and start again. We've got no European football next year. Try and incorporate some academy players. I'm considering. It's not my decision, but I mean, I'm considering like maybe we do just let him go and just try and build from there. But
they're talking about 100 million quid from him, aren't they?
I think you only get that from Saudi. Really.
Well, so they talk about Saudi.
Well, you'd have to take that.
Oh, you can't turn that down. Do you know when you talk about this system as well?
Facts.
And I know he's been brilliant. He's carried the team on its back. Where does he play? What position is Bruno Fernandes? Do you see him in one of them number 10 positions? Do you see him as a holding midfield player? He almost, I'm not saying he might confuse it. He might confuse the whole system because he doesn't really have that one position for him. So I think he's been brilliant, don't get me wrong, but if there's 100 million quid for him, I think you snap the run.
That's what I'm trying to say, man. He don't really fit the system we're trying to do because he's not really a holding midfielder and he's not really a 10. But people put him in there because it's still Bruno and it's still, you know what I mean? He gets you the numbers and he's the captain. But really and truly, it's square pegs in round holes. And can Man United afford to keep doing that? Do you know what I mean? And that's when you know someone understands football. And that's where Paul Scholes was just a genius. He knows that, right, don't really fit the system. You know what I mean? Not that the system is amazing, by the way, that we have faith in the system. But I'm just saying, like, if you want it to work, you can't really play Bruno in that position, bro.
Yeah, we're shoehorning him just because he's one of our better players. So we just have to find a place for him to play in. But Shelza said, he said it perfectly. Where does he fit? He's not, if you want the system to work, does he play in the double pivot? No. Does he play in the 10? No. So what is the meaning of keeping him? Just because we're scared of moving on and, you know, we're scared of failure basically after he leaves. And I don't like that. The money that we are being offered for him is good enough to get about 2-3 other players. You sell him for 100 million. You take that 100 million. That's at least 3 down payments for three new players. You go and get Wharton. You go get a control in that midfield. This midfield has been screaming out loud for a controlling midfielder for years now, for absolute years now. Forget that we were playing 3 in the middle or just a pivot in this system. We've been needing a controller for the longest. Do you sacrifice 100 million minimum? Because that's what we've been rumored around right now, that El Hilal was going to give us whatever we asked for. Do you sacrifice that in order to get just a couple goals because you think you can't get goals from elsewhere? I disagree. We're in a phase right now where you just need to blow this whole shit up. It's time to blow it up and just start all over again. You know, the more players that don't suit anything we're trying to do, the more players that are liabilities. I'm not saying Bruno's a liability, but even the other ones, you just get rid of as much as you can, and you sign players that are good enough to play for this club and what we're trying to do over the next few years. I just find it crazy how anyone might be able to resist a 120 or 100, because Ben Jacobs was talking today and he said, don't be surprised if they break the British record, which is Caicedo at 120. Yeah, so we could possibly get that. I don't know. I just think it's crazy, man. It's better if we all move.
Yeah, I agree, man. And I think for me, Amorim as well. The problem is, bro, the club PR has been absolutely crazy, by the way. They put it on their YouTube page. They put it on their Twitter. They got it everywhere, man, which I agree. And I think it's fair because you're keeping, to their eyes, a better player. But it's mad, bro. I don't think we'll ever have a better opportunity now, you know, to be selling a player at his stock, at his level right now, at his age right now. I don't think United will have a better opportunity to move a player on and get the money we need for it. We're never going to get this money again. We're not. You know what I mean? So the guys that are wanting that savior, and they're going to say, yo, how can we replace him? You need to push the football club. You need to push Ineos. That's on Ineos. It's not down to the fans.
It's not really on Ineos, though, Saeed. He has to accept personal terms first.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about...
Because El Hilal accepted... They just want to know if he wants to move or not. If anything, the club can't move him on because we have like 3 more years of him left on his contract. So he really doesn't have to go anywhere. If he accepts, I think the club will sell him. I just don't think the club can force him to move because they just gave him a new contract last year. That is the biggest issue that we have. He should have never been given a new contract last year to begin with. But it's a new chance. As you said, how can you resist that? How can you resist the chance to break the British record for a transfer? You just have to do it, man.
You know
and the guy's 31, guys. Like, what are we doing here, bro? He's 31 this summer. Like, well, come on, United fans, you got to put your sentimentalness away, bro. Like, we are 15th place. We are not going to get a better chance to replace him, regardless even of the system. Forget the system for one. Forget it. The guy is 31. You sell him, you get ready-made ballers to come in. You fix our flipping midfield problem. We ain't had a fucking midfielder since Michael Carrick, bro. We ain't had a controlling midfielder since Michael Carrick. Go and fix this. It don't make sense to me when people say, who can we replace him with? We're 15th, bro. What do you mean who can we replace him with?
You know what I'm doing, bro? If I move him on, and I give that salary to Gyökeres. And I'm like, you know what, bro? Here you go. 250K a week. I don't know how much he makes at Sporting, but it's nowhere near that. And I'm gonna check in the second.
You know what? I'm gonna ask you,
how much he makes salary?
You know, I checked this today because I was having a conversation with my boys in the group chat. Gyökeres I think he's on like 50K, bro. 50K.
I'm gonna check.
I might be wrong. Google might be telling me lies. Sorry, you can double check. But
yeah. Sorry, man. This Bilal guy's really annoying me, man. How can we get rid of this guy, man?
Like, he's on 46. Bro, and with bonuses is 27. Yeah, bro. Forget this Bilal guy, bro. He's a weirdo.
Don't even give him the fucking side.
He's on every channel doing that, by the way.
Bro, what? His salary's 39 grand a week.
Told you.
Nah, he makes 46.
46 euros though. 46 euros.
Yep, you're right, actually. So
what? Nah, man. You don't
bonuses he makes up to 73 a week.
No,
you know he's damn well getting these bonuses.
Nah, man. You don't give him 300 grand a week then.
No, I say you give that 150.
150, man.
150. You guys think Gyökeres comes to us for 150? What are we doing here?
No, I'm not saying though. That's mad though to go from. You're saying to go to give him a 300 grand a week though. That's mad.
No, I said 250. That's what Bruno makes.
Oh, 250. Yeah, yeah.
I'm giving him
250.
250 easy.
No, Bruno
Yours-
makes 300. Bruno makes 300.
All right, never mind. I'll still give him 250, bro. Even if he wants 300, I'll still give it to him.
Oh,
He's playing like a 300K a week player, anyways. So
He
why
is.
are you
He
upset?
is.
Like he's worth
Can I-
it.